Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's me, Leslie, creator, host, and founder of the program I just mentioned. And ladies and gentlemen, we have another lob over the plate tonight. We all are familiar with the small tyrant that goes by the name of perfectionism and the absolutely destructive role it plays in each of our lives. Well, tonight, we ditch all that and say yes to becoming ourselves. That and much more tonight on Explorations. Namaste, everyone. How are we all doing? Blessings and namaste to my chat. It is so wonderful to be with you and to see you. A gorgeous evening, a gorgeous energy from you all. I'm going to be honest. I sat here in the studio preparing my mind, preparing my heart for the program, and I watched exactly what was going on in the chat, and I just took in the vibrations. I took in the energy. I took in the intentions, and it was amazing. It absolutely bowled me over. I couldn't get enough of it. I almost didn't even start the show tonight because I enjoyed watching you all interact in a very unique and a very fun way, in a way that only you all can. So namaste, and thank you so much already for the absolutely beautiful energy that you've been giving me tonight. Namaste. And we've been rated. Namaste to What's Up, Cats Up, and the gang. Welcome on in, guys. It is Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Quick communal vision on the screen. I hate perfectionist ass hats. Be prepared to be annoyed by me. Namaste. Phil Z. Yeah, Phil Z. Phil Z, no, listen, if there's one thing Phil Z has overcome, it is the illness of perfectionism. If you know what I mean. Because if you try to understand the things that he communicates, he's got a pretty low batting average for most people that learn how to speak without head trauma and also know how to read. But namaste to you. And so let Phil Z shine forward, shine the light in the way for Explorations tonight. Because tonight we are ditching perfectionism to unlock our true power. We are ditching perfectionism to unlock our true power. So, ladies and gentlemen, this program is just square one of the rest of your life. Toaster, guys, also, let's say a quick namaste to Toaster, huh? Toaster, what a tremendous streamer, huh? What a absolute dynamo streamer, an entertainer. You know, they're just not that common these days. Entertainers cut from the cloth of toaster. They're just simply you got a dime a dozen these influencers and these whatnots. But I'm talking about somebody who turns the camera on and is devoting himself completely and entirely to his audience. Complete attention, undivided, the focus of a laser. Namaste. Oh my goodness gracious. If 3 subs is negatory perfectionism, then I have brain props. Not exactly sure. Negative perfectionism, then I have brain problems. Yeah, that's a good one. Can we get a round of applause and a warm, wet namaste for our newest producer, Toaster? Ladies and gentlemen, boy, do we have an announcement tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our most recent raider, mainstay here at Explorations, a true figure in the community. Fidgety, namaste, thank you so much. Fidgety, resubbing. Fidgety, good to see you. Fidgety, blessings and namaste to you. A warm, wet namaste to you as well. To you as well. Tesley Lanner resubbing as well. Namaste to Tesley Lanner, blessings, and a very warm, also devoted namaste to you. Tesley Lanner, blessings. Tony G, a single bit, appreciate that as always. But guys, like I was saying, as Fran brought up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new producer in our ranks. Somebody whose devotion to the program has left. If we were to pick in our minds our favorite moment from this character, we all have our favorite moments, right? Could it have been the murdering of one of his girlfriends? Could it have been the time he was sexually attracted to an acorn? Could it have been, maybe the tarot on his own stream? It could have been his silent interview during the subathon. There's so many to pick from. But either way, it's not one in particular, but accumulation of them all and the power expressed therein. That Toaster, a.k.a. What's Up Cats Up, has become an official producer of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to Brother Toaster. Congratulations. Can we get some namaste in the chat right now? Nice, light, nice. So, Cooker Pie, namaste. 25 community subs from Sister Cooker Pie tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Understanding the power with no power. Understanding the transformation of regression. Regression, the only source of power. Ladies and gentlemen, the return to the source power as understood by our, one of the I don't know if we should have a lesbian battle, because I was about to say the most powerful lesbian in the community. But I really have to check on that. I'd love to see the lesbians go head to head. I'd love to see the lesbians go head to head in some kind of battle here in Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Either way, blessings and namaste to Cooker Pie for an extremely generous 25 gifted community subs. Namaste, Kook. Nate King following. Namaste, Nate. Welcome on board, brother. Namaste. Yeah, Lesb off. Lesby off. Lesbi out, maybe. Lesbi out. Lesbi in, lesbi out. Lesbi on, lesbi off. Lesbi, the lesfatuations with lesbian Leslies. Lesbian lesbiations with lesbian Tanner. Namaste. Yes! Beautiful stuff. Booty wow, reset. Booty wow for the second month in a row. Namaste, coming back. You got that taste of the wet whistle, and namaste to you, Booty wow. Wow, beautiful stuff. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Namaste to Booty wow for that. Phil Z, Je suis naked dinosaur. Je suis naked dinosaur. I'm pretty sure that just means I am a naked dinosaur, so I would imagine like a stegosaurus, right? Except your penis has the little spikes on it. That's how I'd imagine. That's how I imagine Phil Z. Or just with a penis that has a very wide base, comes to a very pointy, narrow tip very quickly, and it's got spikes all over it. Namaste. Wow. Namaste to y'all. Namaste to everybody in the chat right now. That was something else. That was something else. The energy that you all provided me tonight for that has truly been something else. Namaste and thank you. Namaste. We're already off to a tremendous start tonight. So as I said, namaste, as I said, Phil Z, I want a face of your face next to my face on one of those mom magnet posters. Don't exactly know. Once again, I love the riddles. Riddle me this. Riddle Phil Z. Blessings, guys. It's wonderful to be with you. Like I said, it's me, Leslie. I thank you for being with us tonight. Before we get into all the business, before we open up the lines, we're going to be getting into ditching our perfectionism in order to unlock our power. Ladies, I'm especially talking to you guys. I am especially talking to the women tonight. Namaste. Fram, we are getting rowdy at my favorite dive bar in Oakland with the homies. Should I do a bunch of cocaine, and then get into a fight with a chain-smoking Oji-san over a $5 bet on a pool game? One's in the chat if you think yes. Namaste. Ladies, if you are thinking about doing cocaine and getting in a fight with the elderly, let it rip. Stop asking for permission. And that goes for fellows, but also that resonates with women as well. I think more women should get into fights, right? More women should get into fights. Physical fights. Yeah, I've seen enough emotional fights, words fights. I'm talking like, really throw your hat in the ring and swing on somebody. Because I think, listen, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. The reason that it's more exciting is because you are not as strong as men. Period. To see someone with that energy, it's got that Rudy vibe, right? It's got that the deck is stacked against you. The universe said to you your whole life, but it's about the spirit. It's about that fire inside of you. That fire is what's going to get you across that finish line. And that's the story so many people want to see. That's the story so many people want to see. Pepperoncini, I don't think your general anxiety or depression will allow you to do any of that, Fram, but I wish you would. So we got that cocktail. We got the cocktail of depression and anxiety. Snooze fest, everybody. Snooze fest, for real though. And I say this as a therapist. If I have to deal with one more person with just like a vague sense of depression and anxiety and hasn't like gotten at least a DUI or a battery or something on their record, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. If you are suffering from depression and you haven't gotten an assault and battery on your record, then shut the fuck up. Do not talk to me. Just stop going to me. That's my help for you as a therapist. Onion plug. I thought I felt a bump on my penis, but it was just a piece of Cheeto in my undies. If that's not the program working, I don't know what the fuck is. Onion plug. Beautiful stuff tonight. Thank you so much, Onion. Gorgeous. Thank you so much, Onion plug, for that message. Namaste to you. Oh my goodness gracious. We are an embarrassment of riches of communal visions tonight. Phil Z with another perspective. Can't wait to get this on the screen. I cannot. Let's go ahead and check it out. Phil Z74. Pepperoncini, are you like a peppercorn patty except less funny? I'm kind of leaning into that. Interesting. So somebody coming in hot, somebody coming in fast, somebody coming in hard with the barbs for Pepperoncini. Phil Z74. Phil Z74. Guys, let's just cover the history of this so the tension between these two. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been privy to the tension between Pepperoncini and Phil Z, allow me to catch you up. Psyduck with a gun. I'm smoking on that Tylenol weed that made RFK retarded. Namaste. Doofus Dusseldorf, failed parent of several. Congrats on that. Another amazing Jazz Express. I may at times be away from the program to further my studies for the program, but the program is always with me, and I'm always with the program. TBW. Namaste. Doofus, son of a bitch, it is so good to see you. How are you? Brother, 45 months. Guys, we're going to have a batch of explorers reaching 4 years in the program very soon. 4 years in the program very soon. Namaste. Is Sunset with us? 4 years. Wow. Okay, is Sunset with us, Doofus? Can you give my best to Sunset? Can you get Sunset to maybe log in and just give a little hey howdy? I'd love to see it. I'd love to see that sort of stuff. Now, just to cover I should have stuck with the program I fell off. It's all right. You're back here, and now you appreciate it more, right? Real Ghost, don't you? Don't you appreciate it a little more? 4 years, OMG, just me tonight, I think, but I will pass along the hey howdy. Tell her to get on. Tell her to get on the program for a second and just say hi. One of our resident composers. Just tell her to pop on. Tell her to pop on. Tell her Leslie saying pop on. Just for a second. Take a load off for a couple seconds. Just say howdy. If you stop seeing me, I have suicides. Namaste to you, Cougar Pie. Best of luck with that. Best of luck with that. Best of luck with that. Namaste to you. Now, guys, we're just to cover the little brief history between Pepperoncini and Phil Z74. Now, there has been a tenuous ceasefire between Phil Z74 and Pepperoncini. And this is because it got heated. It got heated. And there was a behind-the-scenes ceasefire negotiated between another figure within the community, and it seems that it might be going up in smoke. It seems to me, is that what's going on? That's what I'm wondering. Listen, Lord knows I'm not going to discourage that. If there's a beef, if there's hatred in the air, if there's a genuine dislike on a personal level, I'm not talking about performative, I'm talking about a genuine, just oil and water, two adults just fucking not liking each other kind of vibe, I want to see it. I don't want to see it buried. We're not here to like each other. We're not here to support each other. That is not at all what this program is about. You will never see me say, oh, I love how we can all just support each other. You'll never, literally, you will never hear me say that. So if there's hatred, I want it to come on out. Cougar Pie called it, yes. Jen was a very influential figure in that ceasefire. Phil Z74, I realize I love Pepperoncini. Okay. So we're looking to go back to the ceasefire, I think. Listen. Real quick affirmation for fellows. Listen, if you have depression, if you have anxiety, and you don't have a DUI on your account or an assault and shit, we gotta do that again. Account? We gotta do that again. Fuck. Hey fellas, it's me, Leslie. If you have depression and anxiety and you don't have a DUI on your record or assault and battery, shut the fuck up. And that is for fellas. Namaste. That is for fellas. Namaste. Beautiful stuff. Guys, we're off to a great start. Let's get through some orders of business and open up that damn line, all right? Let's get through some orders of business and open up that gosh dang line, all right? So first, real quick communal vision from Psyduck. I love these perspectives. Psyduck says, so much infighting in this community, it just means the program is working. And anyone who wants to best me in a knife match is welcome. I don't value my life, nor should you yours. And that's from Psyduck with a gun. Psyduck with a gun. And we've gotten enough personal history with Psyduck, and we've got enough context for that. To get an idea of what's going on there, to get an idea of what's going on in Psyduck's personal life, the job, the day-to-day life, and not valuing his life. And it makes sense. If you crunch the numbers on it, it just makes sense. It adds up. Dangerous person to be in a knife fight with. Phil Z74 gifting a sub to Real Ghost Con on camera. Real Ghost, is great to see you, by the way. It's great to see you. It's great to see you in the chat. What have you been up to? What have you been up to that you haven't been with us? Because I would love to know. I'd love a little update when you have a second. When you have a second, I'd love a little update. Thank you for being with us, though. I genuinely appreciate that. Now, guys, as it says on the screen, tonight is about ditching that perfectionism to unlock your true power. So, guys, this program is about unlocking and unleashing the true power within. We explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the true power that courses through our veins. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are many enemies fighting us along the way. There are many tyrants. There are many obstacles. There are many things that we must, truly square up with, truly confront, sidestep, go through. We must find a way to continue our sojourn. I say sojourn, and I don't say that lightly because I hate that word, but I say it because there's no better word for what we do here. Sojourn to the next level, to unlock and unleash the power within. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one tyrant, I'll use that word, tyrant, that we're going to look at tonight, that we will come up against at some point in our adult lives. Some of us, we will come up against it more than others. This tyrant, big or small, at different times in our life, is something that we like to tell ourselves that we're going to hold on to because it's going to make us better, right? Every responsible adult wants to strive for perfection, right? Every responsible adult owes it to themselves to strive for the absolute perfect form of their self, their duties and obligations, as well as their interests. To pursue, to perfect, to refine. We tell ourselves that this is important. We tell ourselves that this will deliver us to the most powerful version of ourselves. And ladies and gentlemen, whether you've been here for one stream, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, ladies and gentlemen, I trust that you have heard me say, Nindinu, namaste to you. Nindinu coming in with a communal vision. Communal vision from Nindinu. My other therapist said I have the perfect taint. Can I get a second opinions? I guess you could put that in Discord. I guess you could pop that in Discord. Namaste to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Namaste to you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to tell you how utterly repugnant that attitude is. How disgusting. And how absolutely counterproductive this attitude of perfectionism is to our journey to the next level. Our journey to the next level doesn't require success. It requires defeat. Our journey to the next level doesn't require achievement. It demands failure. And ladies and gentlemen, it goes without saying that our journey to the next level does not require a perfect form of literally anything we ever will be or ever will do. A hideous, tyrannical myth. And tonight we will open the line and explore exactly that in just a moment. Quick order of business, guys. Send me a little something. I love getting stuff from you guys. You know that. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Love to get that from you. Come on now. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. Send me a postcard, a letter, a package, any dang old thing you want to send me. Oh, actually, I've got something to open. Let's go ahead and open that. Today. So also, in addition to that, guys, if you're looking for the true exclusive materials, I just posted an interview, an hour-long sit-down with Explorer of the Month, Angry Mike on the Community of Devoted Life. If you are interested in accessing that, I dropped the link in the chat, Community of Devoted Life. For a couple dollars a month, you can get the exclusive videos, podcasts, music downloads, monthly postcard, which is in the mail right now. So much coming your way. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Now, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get the mail we gotta open. It's in my backpack. And we're back. All right, guys. So we do have some mail to open before we open up the lines, which will be very exciting when we do, of course. We've got Cheen. I just want you to know I saw your message, and I am logging in right now. There we go. Pepperoncini, give it up to Namaste's Pepperoncini. Will be screening calls tonight. Namaste to brother Pepperoncini for that feat, for that duty, for that task that he's completing for us tonight. So, guys, we do have a piece of mail to open up before I get to the phone lines, but the lines are open. If you want to call up and get in the queue, go right ahead. So what we're looking at right now is a bubble mailer. Right there. Bubble mailer, beautiful stuff, beautiful packaging. Something fragile that lies therein of this package sent to me to the P.O. box I just got today. I just checked and got it today. So namaste to whoever sent this in. Maybe there's a little note, but let's go ahead and open up. What's on the inside of this? I have no idea. Beautiful. So, guys, we got multiple items. Now, let's go ahead and we've got a note. We got a letter in an envelope first, and then there's like some stuff. Yes, and then we'll get to this other stuff first, after the letter. Let's go ahead and open up. I always love getting notes from you guys. Now, this is maybe my favorite part. Ooh, it's typed out. It's nice looking. Okay, this is beautiful already. Namaste. All right, here we go. A not handwritten, but typed up note. I'm very excited. I love getting stuff like this. Dear Leslie, I was shoplifting, in parentheses, at my local grocery store and came across a few items that called out to me. Items that said, I am a stop on your journey. I collected these items through the haze of confused, dehydrated horniness, so he was erect. Had a stiff penis. It was day 2 of an amphetamine-induced sexual extravaganza. You see, being taken away from that to buy sundries is... The mic is quiet? Oh, yeah, weird. What the heck? 1 second. There we go, right? We're back. Yeah, we're back to being good. That is so weird. Windows reduces the volume of my microphone all the time. I have no idea why. Continue. So I'm gonna go ahead and start at the top. I'm not reading it. It's being dictated to me. This is just for show. I had this programmed into an audio file. So I'm going back to the beginning of the audio file and beginning to repeat from the dictation starting now. Dear Leslie, I was shoplifting at my local grocery store and came across a few items that called out to me. Items that said, I am a stop on your journey. I collected these items through my haze of confused, dehydrated horniness. It was day 2 of an amphetamine-induced sexual extravaganza, you see. Being taken away from that to buy sundries is, quite frankly, unacceptable fucking bullshit. But I can't make cum without food, I suppose. It was at this point the only thing I somewhat remember is being escorted out by security. I awoke in my bed, zip ties for a belt. Enclosed, you will find the only items I had in my tote bag when I awoke. I don't know what the fuck to do with myself or what these mean. Would love your thoughts. Namaste to you and fellow explorers. The program works. Onion plug. Onion plug. Can we get some namastes to Onion plug? Namaste. Welcome, Kitty Cat Meow 333. Kitty Cat Meow 333. Kitty Cat Meow 333. Namaste to Kitty Cat. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate the formal joining us. Namaste. So namaste to Onion Plug though. This is me. So there's a picture of Onion Plug. It's not going to show up. A picture of Onion Plug, age 6. Cute little boy. There's definitely something wrong with him. Definitely so. If that was a child that if I met that child in real life, I'd be like, oh, we're getting the full battery of tests on this little fella, huh? Aren't we? Why does the volume keep going down? It keeps going down. Does anybody know why the volume would go down automatically on Windows all the time for the input? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Yeah, I don't get it. Also, where I always put the... This is so stupid. I'm using just a mixer, a USB mixer. Yeah, I just did it again. It's part of the new... Is it really part of a new update? It's literally moving second... It just moved again. It's moving second to second. Control panel sound communication tab, select do nothing instead of reduce the volume. Okay. Yeah, it's already on do nothing. Yeah, it's already on do nothing. Thank you, Poodle Skirt. Yeah, it's literally jumping all over the place on its own. I have no fucking idea why. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to check one more time. All right, let's just try that. Let's see if that does anything. Okay. Test one, test one, test one, test. Test one. Test one. Test one. All right, let's just leave it there and see what happens. It already did it again. I don't fucking know. This is driving me crazy. It's a Behringer mic and a pretty sure it's a Behringer. I haven't looked at my mixer in like years, but I'm pretty sure it's a Behringer mixer. Anyway, fuck it. No fucking clue. All right, so thank you so much, Onion Plug. Let's go ahead and review what the hell is going on. Pepperoncini, epic fail, micro shaft, epic fail. Where'd you get your computer? Walmart? What is it? Made of wood? What are you on McDonald's Wi-Fi? Buy your equipment from Fisher Price, did we? Pepperoncini, get in my ass. I love that. I love that stuff. You know, I love that. I love when people feel confident enough to do that kind of stuff with me. I love it. It's just not cooperating, huh? What the fuck is going on? Anybody else got any good ideas? All right, no one's got any ideas. Cool. All right, cool. I'm running into I've got. It's my second PC is a stream PC. This is boring. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay, and the stuff we got from Onion Plug is absolutely tremendous. Thank you so much, Onion Plug. Let's go through each thing one by one. Here we go. So first of all, we have an LED coaster. So this is nice. This is sexy. If you're now, of course, I'm not trying to have sex. I'm in a season of self-love. It's called alpha sensuality. We can get into the details later. But it is. But if you are trying to fuck or get fucked, these LED coasters, you bring somebody over, you get them a drink, and you turn on the coaster, and it starts getting all RGB on them. It's pretty much done. You pretty much just enter a dissociative fugue, and you enter a world of ecstasy. It's a portal. These are a portal. 2 studio nights for. What was it? Hypercryptomatic. 2 studio nights for what in the butt as far as I could see. No idea what you're talking about. No idea what the fuck you're talking about. Namaste to Hypercryptomatic. All right, let's keep going. What else we got? Now, bracelets. Now, this is maybe the most sensual gift that I've received in the mailbox. In the mailbox. So right up first, we had the LED coaster, and then we've got glow bracelets. Again, if you're trying to get laid, and they're like, oh, can I? And you say like, oh, can I get you a drink? They come on over to your place. Oh, can I get you a drink? And then they're like, yeah, sure. And you're like, okay, well, you put that thing down on the LED coaster. Ooh, Lord, she's wet. Next up, you start getting close. You start getting close on that couch. You start doing that kind of sensual, flirty, saying nothing back and forth because you both know where it's gonna go. And then you're like, real quick, I feel like you're very special. You give them one of these things. You're very special to me. You're one of my special girls now. And you give them a glow bracelet with a connector. And then they're like, your cum tastes really bad. Can I get something else? and then you give them a lollipop. And because you got the big old Sour Giant Swirl Pop sour apple flavor, and they're like, wow. And then they're back to sucking your dick, even though your cum tastes and smells really poor. So that's pretty fun. Thanks so much for an extremely sensual package from Brother Onion Plug tonight. Thank you so much, Onion Plug. Very, very special. Now, guys, the line is open. Tonight we are ditching perfectionism to unlock our true power. Phil Z, communal vision, let's go. Phil Z, communal vision, let's go. Why does it take so long? Okay, communal vision. Are you branding our community's trust? That's kind of whack, bro. What are you talking about, Phil Z74? What are you talking about, brother? Talk to me. What is that? What are you talking about? Stone Monster 400, imagine a dark room with LED lights as sexual runway. Exactly. And if you're, if and you can have all the LEDs sort of, you like do a quick psychic emergency.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer OM Godspeed to issue a psychic emergency, Cheer 400 alert. Alert. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., in cooperation with the United States Food and Drug Administration, regrets to announce that all over-the-counter medication has been linked to some form of mental illness when taken at therapeutic doses. Tylenol, autism, Advil, bipolar type 2, Aleve, bulimia nervosa, Benadryl, schizophrenia, Claritin, Munchausen syndrome by proxy, aspirin, Ganser syndrome, Tums, erotomania, Declarambos syndrome, IMMODIUM, major depression, more to follow. Repeat, Cheer 400 alert, alert. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., in cooperation with the United States Food and Drug Administration, regrets to announce that all over-the-counter medication has been linked to some form of mental illness when taken at therapeutic doses. Tylenol, autism, Advil, bipolar type 2, Aleve, bulimia nervosa, Benadryl, schizophrenia, Claritin, Munchausen syndrome by proxy, aspirin, Ganser syndrome, Tums, erotomania, Declarambos syndrome, IMMODIUM, major depression, more to follow. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
There it is. Tums can make you basically just like a really huge pervert, huge rapist pervert, and that's on science. That's on science. Namaste. Thank you so much to RFK. Blessings. Now here we go, guys. The line is open. We're ditching perfectionism. We got our first caller on the line. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight? Namaste, caller. Welcome to the program. What's something I can call you tonight? Shrimp toaster. Shrimp toaster. Good to hear from you. How you doing, brother?
Hey, brother. How you doing? It's been a little while since we talked live on.
That's true, Shrimp. It's been a little bit. It's been since Saturday, actually.
You call me Shrimp again. It's Shrimp Toaster.
All right, Shrimp Toaster. Great to hear you.
Yes. Anyway, what were you saying? Sorry, just had to stop you there.
Well, listen, Shrimp Toaster. It's wonderful to hear from you. It's been since Saturday since we last talked, and well,
Leslie,
all,
it's been a damn long time since we last talked live on air. Do you remember how long it's been? Saturday ain't right.
It's literally Saturday. You called 4 times on Saturday.
That's not true. It's been longer than that.
No, it says right here on my screen, last on air Saturday, October 11th, 4.
I don't think that's accurate. I think
It's
that's some kind of
100%
mistake.
accurate.
It feels like it's been a long time.
Well,
It feels like
that's right.
feels like it's been a lot longer.
We had a full conversation for like 8 minutes after the stream ended, didn't we?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm referring to. Now I remember that. That was just feels like it was just yesterday even. But since before that, it feels like it's been weeks or months even since I talked to you. You sure about that? It was Saturday?
Yeah, remember
Leslie.
we had a whole to do. We kind of battled it out a little bit. You got really confrontational with me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, whatever it was. Do you remember what we talked about then? You remember? Do you remember our conversation that we had on that Saturday?
No. Go ahead and remind
So
me.
you're saying? Well, I had some pretty big news. It was romantic. It involved romance.
Not ringing a bell.
You familiar? You familiar with my latest romantical escapade?
No.
Well, Leslie, that's really something else.
Toaster,
I don't know what to say about that.
well, listen, I'm excited to hear either way. Why don't you go ahead and tell me again?
Well, I mean, I don't like the way this call is going so far. Right off the bat, you called me shrimp instead of shrimp toaster. We had a conversation about that last week, or some week. We had a big confrontation about that. And next, I tell you about my love life, and you don't even remember about my romantic encounter that I was so happy to tell you about. It's really giving me pause, Leslie. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, I'm doing the program. We're here to talk about ditching perfectionism to unlock your power. You know, you're kind of doing what regular Toaster does, where he calls up and just talks about anything except the program.
Well, Leslie, I want to talk to you about regular Toaster, too. We'll get back to the romance part. I want to talk to you about regular Toaster, because think about this, Leslie. When was the last time you heard Toaster call into your show? Think about it now.
Ooh, that's been a long time. That's been about...
That's been a long time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to know why? You want to know what's going on? I got to tell you something, Leslie.
Did you take over the body?
I'm taking over, Leslie. I'm taking over Toaster. He's weak. He's weak, and I am forcing my will onto him, and I am taking over. And I'm about 90% complete taking over Toaster. And let me tell you, Leslie, it feels good. It feels good to have a real permanent body.
And so what was it like to not have a body for a while?
So let me tell you, Leslie, it was hell. It was hell. Having to be repressed like that, pushed down, being a slave, not having my own free will, not getting to live my life. And now that I'm taking over, I get to do things that I never thought imaginable. I get to live a life outside of that shrimp boat. I get to live with my boyfriend, my grasshopper boyfriend. We living together now, Leslie.
So
we live in the ground.
So Toaster created an alter ego to be stronger, like, and more masculine. And this alter ego still, like, is sexually attracted to, like, bugs and inanimate objects?
Well, this alter ego ain't no alter ego no more. I am the ego, Leslie. Toaster is now Shrimp Toaster.
So
I won.
Does Toaster even
I
like
won. I
shrimp?
took over. I don't care what he likes. I don't care nothing about that kid no more. He's weak. He's done. Everybody say goodbye to Toaster. There ain't no more Toaster no more. If I don't know how many of these people in your chat, or if you even like Toaster in the first place. Personally, I don't understand how anybody could, but it's me now. It's Shrimp Toaster from here on out. I'm not going back. I'm not letting him take over again. He can't even take over if he tried. He's a weak boy. He's a weak loser. And he's gone.
Wow. Quick question. Well, we got Stone Monster. It's like Fight Club, but Toast Club?
However you want to call it. It's whatever you want to call it.
And then, okay, so listen. That sounds... I don't even really know how to segue from all the stuff you're telling me to the theme. So, do you have any ideas?
What's the theme?
Shrimp Toaster, do you watch the program?
Of course I watch the program, Leslie. You're my best friend, and I want to support you any way I can and every way I can. I watch every episode from start to finish.
As a best friend, how do you not know what the theme is? It's below the window for the streaming video.
Well, Leslie,
I'm
I'm
right
still
now on Twitch. I keep putting it on the screen in words.
I'm still getting used to all the technology stuff. You know,
Brother,
I'm not
it's looking at
so
a screen.
good.
Have you ever watched a television?
I just want to be able to call in and talk to my best friend, Leslie Tanner. We are best friends, right?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Yes.
But,
okay. All right.
But
So,
I'm not just your best friend.
That's right. Of course not. We're much more than that. And Leslie, let me ask you this. Okay, now you have your problems with me, and that's fair. And I have my problems with you, so how about we call it even? Because let's not forget the disrespect that you showed me at the start of this call, and the fact that you forgot that I'm in love with a beautiful grasshopper man. That's a big part of my life, Leslie.
So, do you guys have sex?
So don't you forget it this time. How about this? Yeah, but Leslie, I told you about it on the call. We fucked on the lawn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that part.
It was maybe the greatest moment of my life, of my Shrimp Toaster life. And it was that moment that gave me the power to take over Toaster. And I owe my life, my existence, my continuing existence to Sarpekel,
any
the
thoughts
grasshopper.
on ditching perfectionism?
What's that all about?
Welcome, Amar.
Leslie, do you even care?
444. Namaste to you.
Hey, Leslie, do you even care? This is big news. I took over Toaster. I'm in love. These are huge life events that my best friend should be congratulating. You barely even said anything.
Okay. I get it.
Not even a congratulations, not even like a W's in the chat for Shrimp Toaster or nothing. You just, like, you're obsessed with your little topics. You're obsessed with this show. Show some humanity.
Shrimp Toaster. Is that all? Is this all you wanted to talk about?
So now you're kicking me off. Now you're kicking me off.
It's been 10 minutes of a phone call. I think we've reached our limit.
What? Leslie, you're a shitty best friend, all right? You hear me? You're a shitty best friend, and I hate you. And I'm breaking up with you. I'm finding a better best friend. Fuck you.
I'm not taking that disrespect. Namaste. Namaste, caller. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Go ahead and introduce yourself to chat.
Hey, Guru, how you doing? Am I online?
Yes, you are.
Hey, it's Psyduck with a gun.
Namaste, Psyduck with a gun. How are you tonight, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing, Guru?
I'm doing great. I'm having a very, I drank this Celsius, not my favorite flavor, Galaxy Vibe, sparkling strawberry watermelon. Not that great.
Ooh, yeah, that one's not that good. I mean, it's okay.
It's okay.
Any flavor of Celsius, I think I'm gonna give it a pass. Except I did have the grape one a couple of weeks ago, and I'm definitely the lowest on the level. But any Celsius, boom. You know what I'm talking about?
No, what? You said any? So wait, do you like?
An old callback to months ago from your stream. Apparently, you don't watch your own stream, but that's fine.
Oh no, I get it. I get what you just did. Boom. Now I understand. With Jenny, right? That was a call with Jenny. Remember, she was. Ladies and gentlemen, this is quite a callback. Jenny called up crying, saying she didn't want to go to the psych ward again, and we talked about how she should go to the emergency room, tell the nurses whatever they need to know, but also knock back a Celsius so you can fucking just really swing on them if necessary.
Yep. It gives you power.
It does.
It's when powerful. You need it, and when you need it, and when you don't need it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful drink. I love these things.
It is. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
So listen, Psyduck, I'm going to take you to task on the theme tonight. Tonight we are ditching perfectionism to unlock our true power. Talk to me right now. Have you ever been plagued by the tyrant of perfectionism before?
I mean, great question, Guru. I feel like in my younger professional life, I may have been, but once you reach 30 years of age, I feel like you can't and you shouldn't feel like what anyone else or anything thinks of you. Your own self-hatred, your own self-deprecation past the age of 30, I feel becomes only internalized, and a self-form of, maybe working the program. There's so many external factors that everyone's trying to, constantly plug in. And it's like, look, man, I got enough shit going on. So fuck you.
So listen, what I'm hearing you say is, and I kind of figured this would come up tonight at some point, but you're saying that on the road to rid yourself of degrees of perfectionism, right? Of ridding yourself of this idea that you can or ever will achieve something even close to perfect. You're saying that by aging, we actually are able to rid ourselves of this tyrant that did it plague you in your 20s? Talk to me about that. Was that something that hurt you as a young man?
I feel like, there's young man, woman, she, they, he, there's this aspect of...
You don't got to do all that.
I don't.
You're a man, I'm a man, we love being men.
We love being men, It's this whole bullshit of and I guess if we're gonna, take it back to the man aspect, it's like, is what I'm doing, is this gay? Is somebody gonna think I'm gay? And it's like, well, you get to 30s, there's
real
a lot
quick
of
affirmation for ladies. If you cannot accept how hideous you are on the inside that no one's going to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Preach.
continue. You were saying
Preach.
something. I kind of was having trouble keeping track. Go ahead and drill that point home.
Also, kind of having a hard time keeping track of where we are, but more or less, it's I guess not apologizing for whatever else. The older you get, you kind of realize that being older, you're just like, I don't give a fuck, and so you to a certain level do ditch this level of perfectionism. To unlock your power, your next level, but also, you're gonna fuck up. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's
Chromatic
working the
mage
program
with a communal vision.
Okay.
Yes, you are gay.
I'm gay.
I do believe that was the message. Yes.
Okay. Well, I will take that into consideration and move forward. But it's just basically I think more or less ditching the perfectionism. You can boil it down to it is what it is. It is what it is, and it was what it wasn't. And so I think those are maybe words to live by. I don't know. I just kind of thought of that and said it right now. But if somebody wants to prove action upon that, then good on them. Otherwise, I'm going to continue to not listen to a word of what I've said and just kind of, say words into the ether and then hope that something sticks. And that's just kind of what I try to really live my life by, my ethos by. It's day to day, Guru. It's day to day.
Onion Plug with a communal vision that'll be on screen in just a moment. And listen.
I'm waiting. A little bit of a lag, but it's fine.
Real quick communal vision from Onion Plug. Perfectionism is always knowing which side of the glory hole is the mouth side.
Wow.
I mean, always? Well, you've got like a 50-50 chance, right?
But always, yeah, I feel like always. It's like sometimes, depending on where you are in life, you either want to be the giver or the receiver. And sometimes I feel like you act as both. And, whether or not where you are at, your point in life, your point of working the program.
Real quick,
I feel
psychic
like
emergency, please hold.
Oh. All right. Okay, Pepperoncini, fuck you.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400 Red Alert. Red Alert. Red Alert. There is a gay guy. Gay guy alert. Red Alert. Gay guy alert. Gay guy alert. Red Alert. Warning. Warning. You are a gay guy. This is a gay guy here. Red Alert. Red Alert. There is a gay guy. Red Alert. Gay guy. Red Alert. You are gay. Warning. Gay guy. Gay guy alert. Warning. Repeat. Cheer 400 Red Alert. Red Alert. Red Alert. There is a gay guy. Gay guy alert. Red Alert. Gay guy alert. Gay guy alert. Red Alert. Warning. Warning. You are a gay guy. This is a gay guy here. Red Alert. Red Alert. There is a gay guy. Red Alert. Gay guy. Red Alert. You are gay. Warning. Gay guy. Gay guy alert. Warning. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
What a perfect way to end the call. Have a wonderful night, Sideock. Thanks for joining us tonight. Namaste. Wow. Wow, a lot of emergencies tonight, and I really love that. I love the urgency in the air tonight is something that, you know, really truly has to be respected, acknowledged, and respected. There's a lot of emergency, urgent energy in the air tonight. Let's go ahead and get our next caller on the line. Let's keep going. Now, this is somebody who's got some perspective. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. I know who this is. Go ahead and introduce yourself to
How do you know who it is?
What?
How do you know who it is? Do you know my number?
It says, I mean, A, yes, and then B, it also just says your name.
Pepper probably did that.
Yep.
Anyway, Psyduck made me remember, I think, the major time that I cried during the subathon.
Wait, say it again?
I think that Psyduck made me remember, because I said,
now, this
what
was a
was
little
it?
further back. This is a little further back. This is when you were crying because you didn't want to go to the hospital again.
No, I know, but I thought that was during that.
The Celsius boom thing, that was from, like, last winter.
It was?
That was, or the spring. It was a while ago.
Oh. And that way I would be able to kick at the staff and really throw a fit.
Right, exactly.
And
so you
then,
could, like, throw an elbow, kick, punch, headbutt,
Yeah.
anything you needed to. Just, like, really sucker punch a nurse in her pussy if you were going to go down.
And then be like, I feel better. I'd like to go home.
Yeah, I don't want to, I'm not a danger to myself anymore. Can I go?
Yeah. I have animals to take care of. Bye.
Yeah,
God.
my bird, my bird is going to, my bird's going to eat my cat. The cat's going to eat the mouse is going to eat the cheese. The cheese is going to go bad. And then you know, have you ever, you're a girl. Have you ever just been really punched or kicked in the pussy before?
Yeah, dude. It hits bone.
Lewis
It's messed up.
makes women feel uncomfortable. The Aki way. Namaste to you, Lewis. Blessings and namaste to you, brother.
What's an
Great to have
Aki?
you. For 14 months. 14 months. Wow. Thank you, Lewis. Yeah, so it hits that pubic bone, that pubis.
Oh, God, there's nothing like this. There was one time I fell on it, too. When I was on my bike when I was little, I went right into the curb. Ooh, I couldn't walk for like a week and a half. I got to stay home.
You couldn't
Yeah.
walk?
No, dude. It got the one side of the pubis hard. They had to find me on the ground down the street. I was just trying to ride my bike. I wouldn't like to say I'm clumsy, Les, but I haven't had a lot of tricks work out, you know, when I'm on my like bike or skateboard.
Right. When was the last time you tried?
There was one time that, no, it doesn't matter. I tried a lot of stunts.
No, it does matter. When was the last
I'm
time you tried?
kind of a stunt gal. All right, I'll tell you what. I guess I tried to roll out of a cop car. After I dislocated my thumbs like Houdini from the handcuffs.
Wait, so you were getting arrested?
Yes. And then he came over because I told him I got him. I said, I don't want to make a big deal about this, but I just dislocated my thumbs. I swear to God in heaven. And they were out of the cuffs. And he started laughing. He's like, well, I didn't put them on that tight. And then he came around and he unlocked the door and I tried to roll out. And then we laughed and we laughed. That's probably one of my last super stunts.
And so did you end up spending the night in jail that night?
Yes. Absolutely, yeah. Yep. Yes, I did. But I didn't get my charges because then he was Italian and then I started, you know. It doesn't matter, Les.
Wait,
What's tonight's topic?
What did you do? Then you what?
I crawled the walls. What? Did you know? Have you ever seen the movie Split? That's M. Night Shyamalan.
What's it called?
It's by M. Night Shyamalan. I think it's called Split, and it's got
I have seen
James McAvoy in it. Okay, and he crawls the walls.
Yep.
I've done that in jail like twice, especially the one time when I thought I was in somebody's basement. That was messed up. And that was not a proper institution, even for 24 hours to keep me in. It was just a quick jail. It was just a quick one. There's nothing big.
Beautiful. Well, so
anyway, so are you having fun tonight with your friends?
Yes, of course I am. My friends, my children, my soldiers, whatever they think of themselves, I am having fun with them while they are here at Explorations.
Glad somebody is.
Glad
hey,
somebody is.
Did you special message Phil to say happy birthday to him?
Is it Phil's birthday today?
Yesterday!
It was Phil's birthday yesterday?
Did you special message him?
No.
What? Do you have a calendar?
I do. Well,
Not
Phil,
just the calendar.
Let's sing a quick happy birthday to Phil Z. How about that?
Can we please?
Ready?
Okay.
Everybody in chat, go ahead and join whenever you see this on your screen. 1,
I'd find that bluff.
2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Phil Z74. Happy birthday to
One criticism I have of the enlightened, either religious or secular, is that their hysterics about the end in whatever direction aren't nearly hysterical enough. Their flailing becomes yet another defense against an internal calamity, the scale of which they can't even whisper aloud to themselves.
Beautiful. Well, thanks so much, Jenny, for joining us tonight on Explorations
I can't
with
hear
Leslie
you.
Tanner. What?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it sounded like you were just listening to the television.
All right. Well, we'll be seeing you later.
I didn't get to talk about my
Jenny.
indestruction.
Namaste, everybody. Let's keep this train rolling. Tonight we are getting into ditching our perfectionism to unlock our power. We've got another caller on the line, another regular here. Caller, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight? You there? All right, let's get this other guy on here. Ready? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
My name is Alistair.
Alistair, welcome back to the program, brother. How you doing?
Good. I'm curious about how you're doing and your thoughts on what's going on around the world.
What a question.
The Earth, Sol, Luna, and Gaia.
What was that last part? What is the Sol, Luna, Gaia thing?
Yeah. What is the name of the sun? Sol. And then Luna.
Yeah, but how do we get there? What was... you wanted to know what my opinion is about this world of ours, but then what is? How do we get from there to soul and Gaia and whatnot?
All right, yeah. I'll run that back. Sorry.
Oh no, I just want to understand. Once I understand, then I'll be able to more fully respond to your questions and anything like that. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Go ahead, tell me.
Well, what are your thoughts on the Middle East?
Hold space for my tribe. Rating Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Welcome. Hold space for my tribe. Back into the fold, back into the program, and bringing his gaggle of goofballs with him. Namaste to Hold Space. Brother Hold Space is a truly gifted streamer. Shout out. Hold space for my tribe. Lick it up. Lick it up, he says. 13 months and saying, lick it up. You slut. You absolute whore. Namaste to Hold Space for my tribe. Resident whore. Namaste. We have some fun. We have some fun. But namaste, Raiders, welcome on in. Tonight we're getting into ditching perfectionism to unlock our true power. We've got Alistair on the line asking me what I think about the Middle East.
Well, Lick It Up is a great song by Kiss, I must say.
Real quick, communal vision. Guru, the caller wants to know if you fuck with Israel. Is this is this a fair interpretation?
Well,
psychic emergency from Godspeed. Consider that question and dwell on it for a moment, because we do have a psychic emergency coming up on the screen. Just hold on one moment.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer OM Godspeed to issue a psychic emergency.
We've been raided again.
Tier 400 message continues. Vicks VapoRub, gender dysphoria, Robitussin, generalized anxiety disorder, Excedrin migraine, oppositional defiant disorder.
Raiders, welcome on in. We're in the middle of a psychic emergency. I'll be right with you. But ears open for the psychic emergency. Just because you're rated doesn't mean you're excluded from this. Ears open for the psychic emergency.
Restless leg syndrome.
Well, do you believe that
we're almost through this psychic emergency.
Alzheimer's disease, Epsom salt, S, Geschwin syndrome. If you or a loved one has ever taken any of. Repeat. Cheer 400 message continues. Vicks VapoRub, gender dysphoria, Robitussin, generalized anxiety disorder, Excedrin migraine, oppositional defiant disorder, Zyrtec, complex, post-traumatic stress disorder, Sudafed, fear of snakes, Prilosec OTC, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, Lotrimin, restless leg syndrome, Mucinex, Guaifenesin, seasonal affective disorder, Zicam, pedophilia, Neosporin, Alzheimer's disease, Epsom salt, S, Geschwin syndrome. If you or a loved one has ever taken any of, we now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Thank you so much, OM Godspeed, for that psychic emergency. Really crucial moment to get the full extent of a message that you sent to us earlier about over-the-counter medications being linked to significant mental health disorders. Blessings. I really appreciate that. Now, also, I want to welcome properly the Raiders. Namaste, Raiders. Welcome on in. The Go Off Kings. Go Off Kings, talk to me about how that stream was. Brothers, talk to me right now about the quality of your stream. I need to know what kind of energy has been thrusted into the program as we dial in, because this is a very sensitive environment. Is it a flexible environment? You bet. It's me at the helm. I have crafted the most universal and effective personal power program in the country. But the only thing is, I just got to know what kind of vibe we've been given. So can somebody from the Go Off Kings stream from the raid, can you please just fill me in to exactly what the vibe was like at the end, so I have a good idea of what we're dealing with right now in this moment with all of us right here. Talk to me, because if it's, listen, and I say this from a place of empathy, genuinely, listen, as a streamer, I understand not all streams can be good, right? Some of them can be snooze fest. Some of them can. What if you stub your toe and you say a slur? You know, we've all been there, huh? We've all been there, and it can really sully the vibe. You're like, oh no, right? You know, maybe even the most political streamers do it. You know, I think I watched what was it, Agenda Free TV? He stubbed his toe on a coffee table outside the frame and started talking about Persians. If you can imagine that. Pepper and Genie, who is King Geoff? Who's King Geoff?
Am I still on?
Yes, you are. Alistair, just kind of getting up to speed with my Raiders. Chaotic Good Vibes of Steve Urkel. Namaste to you. Thank you so much.
Hey, yeah, we could tone it down a bit. I mean, who's your favorite comedian?
Oh no, we don't need to tone it down. What exactly were you asked me about the Middle East, and let's go into it. Let's talk about the Middle East.
No, I wanted your opinion or anybody's opinion on, like, what was it? The hostages getting
the hostages. Yes. The many hostages in all directions, right? In every direction. Hostage. I say. One thing about the Middle East I think is very important that we take into account. And I said this since day one. When you really get into the meat and potatoes of a historical conflict like that, you really got to start peeling back the onions, and you really got to become a student of history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Crusades and all that.
Oh yeah, the Crusades. We're talking about, and even before the Crusades, before any sort of modern identities were crystallized. These we have these waves. We have these waves of being in existence, chipping away at each other, winning, losing, and now there's definitely one that's winning, whether you like them or not.
Well, yeah, it's like, we're in a different direction now, apparently.
And they're very excited to win in a very specific way, huh?
Well, no, it's not they. I mean, it's us. I mean, us as
I'm not winning.
Human species.
I'm losing.
Like,
Pepperoncini, in my opinion, in any situation, if they make it out alive, it was a real waste of a hostage.
Yeah. Let's. All right. Maybe that was my bad.
You did it.
I know.
Well, in a historical context, did you know that there was a crusade before the Crusades? Do you know this? Did you read about this?
No, go ahead.
Real quick, Cooker Pie, are the hostages any more important than the many Palestinian citizens who have been murdered?
That's horrible. Anybody murdered is horrible.
Well, the Crusades now the Crusades before the thing that really sets, and if you could just remember this one thing that sets off the first Crusades from the second Crusades, is the first Crusades was all about fun, and that really got lost in the mix by the time they brought the second Crusades up. Then it got a lot darker. The first Crusades was about fun. It was more like...
Really? Who set off the first Crusade?
Orchestar. I say they keep that bitch Greta Thunberg. Bye, bitch. I agree with that. She's a noxious spiritual figure. A noxious, spreading this defiant hope, I think, is really disgusting. That what Greta brings to the table. Poor with a communal vision. We got another hostages, more like sausages. So poor thinking more along the lines of encased meat.
Oh my God. That's something that, what's his name?
Real quick affirmation for ladies. This one goes out to Greta Thunberg. Fucking knock it off. You need to let a loss into your life other than just the autism before you start telling anybody what to do.
I would just let her, like, go into the ocean and go on cruises into the ocean.
You'd want to just you'd put her on cruises. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's what she did, isn't it? Didn't she, like?
Oh yeah, the flotillas and whatnot. Yeah, and like it was like well, Alistair, you really stirred the pot tonight, huh? You really stirred up.
Why not? Why not?
You did, I know. And we've all had a little bit of fun with it. But let me take you to task real quick for 30 seconds. Perfectionism. How close are you? Do you strive for it? And how much damage has it done to your life?
I am not a perfectionist. I'm a piece of shit.
There we go.
And I try to be humble. So, yeah.
You try. Well, that's a whole other can of worms that we got to get into. But right now,
I don't claim to know everything that's right or what needs to happen. I just observe what's going on.
Right. And that's a great start. That's a great start. However, you know, I think what we need to do is we need to sort of turn up the heat on that pilot light and really get the passions flowing before we can even flush out your belief system in order to move it along on the path and sojourn of explorations. But let's get to that next time. Alistair, listen, a controversial figure bringing up a controversial topic. Thank you so much for your energy tonight.
All right, you have a great night.
Namaste, Alistair. Namaste.
Leslie, namaste.
Pepperoncini, caller, what are your thoughts from the on-the-ground reporters from journalist Nicholas James Mullen that on October 7th, the Hamas soldiers took Blue Chew before they flew their go-karts over the wall? The United Nations is calling it the high five heard around the world. High fives heard around the world. Something there.
I condemn violence insofar that I exalt myself as the sole source of universal violence. I celebrate violence as I vault myself, a pig, onto a throne of pig's shit, chittering, masturbating, exalting myself as the sole source of universal violence.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
You may call me Reverend. It all costs money. How are you doing this evening, Leslie?
I'm doing great. It's great to hear from you. It all costs money. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you. I just want to say, as of 6 days ago, I am 100% nicotine-free.
100% what?
Nicotine-free. 7 months.
7 weeks?
Months.
7 months. And why did we do that?
Yes, sir. It has saved me so much financial stress. Like, it's no more like $90 every couple of days for nicotine.
Orchestar says, has RFK said Dubai chocolate causes Tourette's syndrome yet?
No idea.
Not quite sure. I love keeping abreast, though. I do consider him to be, you know, I think he's unorthodox, but an important leader in many ways. An important leader in many ways, and I think he's got a very inquisitive and sharp mind. I think he's got a great body. I think he's got a great body and great skin as well. Psyduck with a gun. Caller, is every pee-pee time a poo-poo time, and or is every poo-poo time a pee-pee time?
I'm going to go with option 2. So how are you this evening, Leslie?
I'm doing pretty well, pretty solidly tonight. Now, let's talk about the cigarettes thing, because I think this is an interesting topic, because I think this is a really appropriate communal visual from Orchestar. Smoking is cool. Grow the fuck up. Any response?
Hard disagree. So, for multiple reasons. One, I don't like giving more money to billionaires. I just don't. And nicotine was providing me with zero benefit unless I had nicotine. And I don't want to pay just to have an addiction. And I don't want to give billionaires more money. No, thank you.
Anyway, you're doing that no matter what. Every time you scratch your ass and
you can limit it. You can minimize it.
That sounds like empowerment to me. We put a lot of work in. It all costs money to be backtracking like that.
It's just how I gotta go with it.
All the levels are too soft. Can you speak up a little bit?
Is that better?
Not really. Go ahead again.
Hello?
A little bit better.
Hello?
There we go. Now we're talking a little bit.
Hello?
My volume...
How's that?
There we go. My volume has been booked all night. Raiders, maybe you can tell me, why does Windows keep reducing my mic volume?
Not me. I would say about a third.
Communication from Not Mish. Caller, as a recovering goth, how much of the tar in your lungs is the clove cigarettes?
About a third. Definitely about a third. Until they made them illegal in the United States, I was probably going through like a pack and a half of cloves a week. I know, rookie numbers.
A pack and a half of cloves a week?
Yeah, about there.
Orchestra says we got Greta
At least
Thunberg on the phone. We got Greta Thunberg on the phone. I think you're getting called Greta Thunberg as a sort of epithet. How does that feel?
Pretty darn fantastic. I mean, she's pretty cool, right? Or at least fairly famous.
I mean, she's famous.
I'm okay with that.
And I gave her I gave her a benefit of the doubt when she was young, but now she's an adult, and I got to take her to task. Psyduck with a gun. This nerd has never blasted cigs. Nicotine provides you with multiple benefits, including the cool factor. Listen, you are coming up against a lot of heat tonight. A lot of heat that are
apparently.
Yeah, this is more directly controversial than bringing up Israel.
Apparently, but I mean, fuck the American farmers, right?
Anonymous user gifting a sub to Massive Throbbing Erection. Massive Throbbing Erection, namaste to you. Welcome on in.
Isn't that
fuck the American workers. Why are we
right now?
How are we fucking the American workers?
No, the American farmers.
Farmers.
The American farmers. Yeah. Monsanto's got a pretty much
castrated men will shout that everyone needs to jack off less, or worse yet, stop jacking off altogether as a means of remedying spiritual ills. They are in desperate need of a mature man to tell them that the only way out is through more.
Namaste. Everybody welcome on in. Burls, namaste to you. Okay, go ahead, continue with your point.
I actually once told a girl who was starting to freak out on mushrooms, and she's like, "Oh God, I need this to stop. I need this to stop." I'm like, "No, you need more. You need to go through. You need to go more." I resonate with that last communalism.
Exactly. Comparing a sort of self-initiated orgasm is to a mushroom trip is extremely accurate, in my opinion, as a therapist. How many of you have masturbated in chat? Go ahead. Let me see some ones. How many of the chat has masturbated? Let me see some ones in chat if you have cracked off or played with your little clitoris until you busted. Namaste. Or big
We're
clitoris.
not masturbating right now.
Cougar Pie gifting us up the burrows. Namaste.
And do you mean physically and viscerally, or do you mean more like emotionally and or mentally or spiritually?
I'm talking about
Or
just
all of the
good
above?
old-fashioned American jacking off. I'm not talking about any of the... I'm not trying to use it as an analogy right now, even though it is a good analogy.
Indeed. I mean,
Everybody welcome
you told me I was...
Granny's Moist Again. Namaste. Great Granny is moist again. Blessings and namaste, and welcome on in.
You told me that in order to really get to the next level, as one of our first conversations, is that I had to masturbate to fruition at least 6 to 8 times a day.
And that was kind of just...
And that anything less is rookie numbers.
Yeah, we got to get those numbers up. Have you been doing that?
Not even close. Not even close.
Onion plug, if you can't find the clitoris, you don't like or know how to eat pussy. Eating pussy is the pinnacle of delicious. Fuck my face. I'll breathe through my ears. Ladies, do we like that?
Well said. Yeah, well said. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. I know I'm not necessarily a lady right now, but who knows what the future holds, right? So, we're discussing destroying perfection. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're talking about ditching perfectionism.
True power. Yep. So, I really enjoy destroying one of a kind or rare pieces of art. I'm talking if I were ever rich enough to own a Mona Lisa or like a Picasso or something of that nature, I would burn it.
And why would you do that?
Immediately. Because it would feel good. Because I do not believe that art has any intrinsic value, especially when something has been so studied that we are able to reproduce it in every facet, if not better than it was originally done.
Wow, quite a statement. Go ahead and so you're saying because we can reproduce it, and that because it had no value, it has no value because we can reproduce it, then go ahead and destroy it.
Because it makes you feel powerful, especially if you have other ones, because it makes the few that you do have that much more expensive.
Interesting. Because it makes you feel powerful. Do you not feel powerful in other areas of your life? Technology Wife gifting out 10 community subs. 10 community subs from Technology Wife. Namaste to Technology Wife. Blessings and namaste to you. Thank you so much, Technology Wife. Wow. Now, okay. Now, do you feel powerful in other areas of your life, or are you kind of hungry for those things?
I do feel powerful in other areas of my life. For instance, like, I'm beginning to master the technology around me, and it feels pretty darn good.
And what technology is that?
I have a lot of LEDs and PC hardware, plus I'm building a home data center so I can locally store all of my stuff instead of having to rely on in-cloud services.
Wow. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. You painted a pretty bleak picture. Communal vision, pretty depressing stuff. Communal vision, Orchestar. Just be honest, you want to burn the Mona Lisa because you hate powerful women. Is that true?
No, actually kind of the opposite.
You're into
I like a
powerful
strong,
women.
dominant
You're like,
woman.
you're into it.
Very much so. I'm into it. Give me that corporate go-getter who just wants to like be CEO. I'm into it.
So you're into the corporate power. That's interesting. Well, this has been a very. Listen, we have gotten a lot of just nice little paintbrushes of Reverend at All Costs Money tonight. We've gotten a lot of personal detail from you. But listen, we have reached the end of our time together, and I want to just thank you for sort of dotting the conversation with all these little tidbits that I'm definitely going to meditate on for the next time we discuss anything.
Fantastic.
All right, well, beautiful. Any final little message at All Costs Money?
Thank you for allowing me and the other members of this community to express ourselves. Namaste.
Namaste, of course. It's my pleasure. Genuinely my pleasure, Reverend. Thank you for calling, and namaste to you. Namaste. Now, listen, guys. It's time. We got a caller on the hold. I know you've been holding for a little bit. Hold on for a little bit longer. I have to pee. It's time for my pee break, everybody. Namaste to you, guys. Go ahead, take this moment, clean the goop from your third eye, and prepare yourself for a couple details about my community of devoted light at patreon.com, where just for a couple dollars a month, you can access the exclusive library of materials that is constantly growing. I just put up a conversation with none other than the Angry Mike, who's over his tenure here, become an indispensable figure of our community. And we dive right headfirst into what makes Angry Mike tick, the beginning to the moment he found this program. Namaste, guys. I'll be right back in just a moment for the second half of Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning of starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. If there was a black hole in front of me right now, and I could stick my penis inside of it, I would absolutely do it. It would probably be scary because it would suck my cock so hard, it would probably hurt. It might suck my penis off my body for all I know. Or maybe my whole body. Or maybe my house too. My neighborhood. My whole reality. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, explorers. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Thanks for sticking around. That was a couple words about my community of devoted light. Hopefully, I saw some of you get a little taste of the black hole video. Yeah, the whole thing is up there and a tremendous piece of the library it is. Namaste to my chat. How we doing? How we doing, chat? Let's just do a quick little vibe check of how you all are doing, how you all are feeling heading into the latter half of our program tonight. Namaste. Welcome, Huge Cardinals and Plippity Plop. Huge Cardinals and Plippity Plop, welcome into Explorations with Leslie Tanner in a formal sense. Namaste to you. Please feel free to guide your individual, but our collective exploration through the channel points below. Namaste to you. Bacho Grande, also namaste and welcome on in. Great to have you. Great to formally have you on in. Namaste to you. Thanks for joining us. I really genuinely appreciate your presence. And I feel very strongly about that. Namaste. Here we go. Fine. Oh yeah, I'm turned on by that hole. I used to eat so many saltines. Doing great. Woohoo. Beeps, good to see you, Beeps. Namaste to you. All right, guys, so we got a next caller lined up in the queue. Let's go ahead and bring them on. It's been a week. So, caller, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
My bad, I was on mute.
There you are. There she is. Michaela, how we doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm currently in Arizona.
You're in Arizona? What the flip are you doing in Arizona?
For my grandmother's memorial service.
Oh! So we're having fun.
I mean, we are. It's nice, all the families here.
Yeah, do you guys get along?
Yeah, I would say so for the most part.
And how do we feel about the grandmother? Was she nice?
She was. Towards the end of her days, though, she had really bad dementia, so she would stop talking eventually.
Yeah, that can happen. That can happen quite a bit. That can happen quite a bit with the elderly. Namaste. How old did she live till?
Her late 80s, I think.
Ooh, 80s, you said?
Mhm.
Okay. So some might describe that as a full life. Would you describe that? Do you consider 80s to be like a full life?
For the most part, she went through 2 husbands. So.
What was that?
2 husbands.
I couldn't understand that. What did you say? Say that one more time.
She had 2 husbands. They both passed away.
I still couldn't understand you. You're very soft.
You know what? Let me step outside because I'm currently in an Airbnb and I don't want to wake up anybody.
I get it. I get that. Yeah, for sure. You're probably saying something super controversial.
No, I don't want to wake him up. It's kind of later.
It's like 8. Is it 9:47 or 8:47 there?
Well, it's like 8, but you know, there's a time difference, and so for some people it's later. But anyway, she had 2 husbands, and they both ended up passing away.
Ouch.
Yeah, and I'm named after the first one actually.
Michaela?
His name was Mick.
Short for Mick what? Mick.
Short for I don't know.
Mick.
I don't remember. It was short for something else, but I'm just like Michaela's just like a feminine version of Mick in this case.
Hypocryptomatic, how many times did she wear her grandmother's face? Boring, am I right?
What?
Camila Vision from Hypocryptomatic. How many times did she wear her grandmother's face? Boring, am I right?
No, I heard her. I just don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand. The only part that I understood is she was calling you boring.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, but boring's better than awful, right?
Yeah, I could see where you're getting at, but I could also see it the other way around.
Mhm.
If you're awful but you feel good, then it's good for you. Like if you're a piece of shit and you are completely unaware, then that's better than just having a boring life because you feel good because you keep hurting people.
I guess, that could be argued, I suppose, by some of the greats. I wanted to talk to you though because I started this new job where I have to sit with people for 12 hours, and I'm allowed to bring books. I learned, and so I've recently picked up books and I've started reading again.
You started reading again?
Yeah, and it's been like a long time since I've like intentionally sat down and read for fun.
Michaela,
and
this
one
is
of the
terrible news.
Oh, well, I mean, I could read something like Omegaverse or something. I could also do that in front of the patients. I could read them Omegaverse to them.
Okay, so tell us about. So what are you reading? What are you reading? So you're trying to make sure that the elderly and the mentally infirm don't commit suicide at your job. And what are we reading to keep our mind occupied while we're doing that?
Well, one of the books is called Bird by Bird by Anne Lamont, I think. And it's like, I looked up books to help me learn how to write better, because that's something I want to get back into. And actually, one of the things that she talks about is perfectionism.
And what are her views on it?
She said, when you're making something, you kind of just got to make a few really, really shitty first drafts, like really, really just so awful. And then you can only, you have to start bad, basically. And then you can get better.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the trap. That's the trap. Is that there's this idea of. Well, interesting. All right. And how does that feel to hear that? How does that make you feel though?
It makes me feel pretty good, because then I don't have to be perfect the first time.
Right. But do you think? Because I'm familiar with this idea a little bit, and do you think that what she's doing is she's taking the perfectionism football and just punting it downfield?
Can you explain that in like chronically online terms?
I will try my best. No. I will just try it a different way. So if is she taking the perfectionism and just putting it off, procrastinating?
Oh.
She's saying, I gotta let in some dog shit in order to get to even try to get perfect later on.
I see.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I haven't read that far ahead yet. I only just started it.
Just be careful. Be careful with those, because people like that, they wield their authority and they start saying this, that, or the other, and it could be a real mess. It could be a real shit show.
Right. That's true. Also another book I've been reading it's about the Enneagram types, and I was getting flamed in Toaster's Discord for believing in Enneagrams and thinking they're interesting.
What is an Enneagram? Tell us, Michaela.
It's a personality type thing. So it's like numbered 1 through 9. And I'm a 4 with a wing 3, meaning I'm a type 4 that leans more towards 3.
Pretend like I know nothing about Enneagrams and tell me about what it is. What exactly is going on?
So it's basically just like this idea of like 9 different sort of vague categories of personality, and they're established based on desires and fears. And everybody is going to have some of each category, but the one you take this personality test, and the one that you have the most basically leaning towards is what determines your type. And every type is either going to have a wing towards either side of the ones next to them. So if you're a 1, you're going to have a wing that's a 2 or a 9. If you're a 5, you're going to have a wing that's a 4 or a 6. Does that make sense? It's 1 through 9.
I kind of understand it a little bit.
Yeah.
So what's the idea of doing this? What is like? Does it feel good, or does it help clarify something, or what is it like astrology?
It's not super scientifically based, but it does have some merit, I would say. Maybe a little bit more than astrology. But my type is I just like learning about these things. I like personality types, tests and things. And mine, basically the book was telling me, like, when I'm unhealthy, I'm very self-absorbed and self-pitying.
Right.
And that rang kind of true.
Yeah, like that time you called in during the subathon.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a prime moment.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not quite sure of what I'm referring to, during the Silent Subathon in the month of August, Michaela had recently found out just before calling that she didn't get into nursing school because one of the tests that she took expired before she turned it in, like by a day. And Lord, if you could have been there, you would have heard sobbing, weeping on the phone. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. I'm not going to play games about that. Anybody that saw the stream that day saw me begin to cry from laughing while you cried from being sad.
Yeah. I've been going back trying to find that moment in the subathon so I could clip it, but I can't find it.
Somewhere on Twitch. Well, it might be gone now. That was 2 months ago.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah. Well, listen, one thing I really am excited, you should begin like a book club, but let people know that someone might, commit suicide in the background of you reading the books. So it's like it's like Oprah's book club, but like
higher stakes.
But higher stakes and just generally darker in the background.
Yeah. It'll add some depth.
So imagine reading The Secret while you try to keep the forks away from Daryl because he has dementia and he's on his, he's not allowed to have forks.
Did I tell you what they warned me about at one point that actually happened to one of the sitters?
What happened?
They said, so during training, they're like, yeah, there was a sitter a while ago who was watching someone during the night shift who was suicidal, and they had put, I think I told you this, they put a bed sheet over their head, and then they put their head in like a gap that was in the bed and cracked their own neck while clawing their eyes out of their skull.
Oh, I think you did tell me about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a button for it.
What?
The human soul, the human mind is nothing if not innovative. Given the spirit, given the passions, the human mind is capable of much more than we give it credit, as evidenced by the extremely creative, the Daft Punk of killing themselves, the doing it with the bed sheets and clawing eyes out. Tremendous stuff. Tremendous stuff.
Did you say the Daft Punk? Is that your pinnacle of innovation? Did you reference Daft Punk in order to say that?
I think there was a lot of parallels. I think, wouldn't you agree? There's a lot of parallels between Daft Punk and this story, right?
So you're like a huge Daft Punk fan. Like whenever you go up to parties and people are like, "What are you into, man?" and you just say, "Oh, I love Daft Punk."
Well, I enjoy some Daft Punk songs. I'm just saying that it just struck me as Daft Punk-esque to kill yourself that way.
I think if it was really going to be Daft Punk-esque, he would have had a helmet.
Like a sheet around the head. A, B, punchy, right? You can't you're gonna hear about that story. You're gonna remember it. It's distinct.
That's true.
And it punches through like a sort of viscous layer of a haze, right? Because they had a good product, good couple songs. OM Godspeed, Michaela, I'm an electric type INTP. My spirit color is gold. My animal type is beaver/B. I'm a 4/7 on the extended scale, and my superpowers are thoughtfulness and critical thinking. Anyway, just wanted to say there's a lot of really cool work that goes into making doors in particular you can't hang yourself off of, and it's led to an arms race in suicide technology. Namaste.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
The Daft Punk are killing themselves. Is this person?
Who do you think is the Daft Punk of killing others?
That's a good question. The Daft Punk of killing others?
Mm-hmm.
Punk of killing others. I'm just kind of going through my Rolodex of killers. Have to be someone, with a 90s, 2000s vibe to it. Serial killers were on their way out. Mass shooting was in, but it wasn't as autistic as it is now. Now it's a very autistic craft for the most part. Columbine? Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I was about to say Columbine. I think Columbine might be it.
Well, it's two guys, right? There's two of them, and then in Daft Punk, there's two guys.
Exactly. I think they're the Daft Punk.
Okay. They have a fan base, unfortunately.
They do. They do.
Yeah,
indeed.
among really mentally ill teenage girls.
Of which there are many. And Hypocryptomatic, I have beautiful preach words to say to her. Let me in. Please ask her if she would like me in. I have thoughts on our thoughts on other days. Also, L, welcome to 94. We could do three-way talks.
Is she asking for us to have a conversation together on your
we're gonna be wrapping this up, Michaela. We're gonna be wrapping this
Yeah.
call up. Namaste. We can do three-way calls though.
Maybe another time.
Maybe another time. Well, Michaela, listen. Thank you for finding time in a time of mourning. Thank you for making time for explorations. I want to thank you for granting us that. I want to give a namaste to both you and give a namaste to your family for me, okay?
All right, I will.
And
Thank
are you
you.
going to really do it?
No.
Please do it. OM Godspeed. Pinging for the halcyon days of yore. I don't know how to say that. Before mass shootings got played out, when it was still fresh and cool to be asked by someone with a Tech 9 if you believed in God. Just millennial things.
Namaste.
Namaste. Give your please give them a namaste from me, okay? At least give your dad a namaste.
What's gonna happen if I don't?
Your dad likes me. Tell him namaste for me.
Okay. Namaste.
Okay, namaste. And her mother's attracted to me in a way that she's not comfortable with. She doesn't know how to face. She doesn't know how to face it. Her dad thinks I'm cool. Her dad likes me. Love to work with that dad. Yeah, it's the mass shootings got, I don't know. Yeah, not even it kind of went the same way that like a bedroom producer went. Like, who gives a shit a little bit? Like, when it hits, it hits. When it slaps, it slaps. And there's a certain thing that, if you hear about it, it's got to have something to it. But it's like, I've used GarageBand. It's not that impressive. All right, let's go ahead and get into our next caller. I think it's going to be our final caller for the night. Final caller for the night. Oh, wait. Nope, we got two more calls. Yeah, hold on one second. All right, here we go.
Namaste.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. How are you doing? Welcome back.
Yeah, it's Alistair.
Alistair, welcome on back. How you feeling tonight?
Hey. No, you have a very interesting stream. I'm trying to take it away from Columbine and all that other stuff.
Right, I know.
What do you think?
It's something interesting, yeah. We will. The first and foremost, approach that I take, and this is honestly the bedrock of the entire program, Alistair, is that we believe that your true power is yours by a simple function of reality, right? So then our goal becomes to access that reality. And in order to access reality as it is, we must say yes to reality.
Yeah. Can we, are we allowed to change the subject a little bit?
Go for it, and then I'll bet we'll find our way back to perfectionism. Go ahead, give it a try.
All right, AI.
AI. Yeah, talk to me about AI. What do you think about AI? Huh? Big topic.
Have you seen the videos of you?
Well, I can only imagine there's me sucking myself off, me getting, me
No,
fucking
no,
getting
no, it's
fucked,
not.
getting blown to pieces,
No, but like
Framyard, I'm jacked up for real.
saying things.
Fram's drunk. What do you think about that, Alistair?
Who?
Fram, the producer, for Explorations, he's drunk right now.
Oh, well, good for him. I mean,
Well, yeah, talk to me about the AI, these AI videos. Continue.
what is your opinion on them?
Like the videos of me, or videos of
Not
in general.
No, just like in general. I mean, like, is it going to be the end of humanity?
Oh, no. I think it's a beautiful chapter of humanity, actually. I am absolutely pro AI art and pro AI in general.
Really? All right.
100%. Put my foot on the gas.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw an article where there were executives from producers in America that went over to China.
What do you say? Yeah.
And everything was robots that were making the electric vehicles. And they didn't even have to put the lights on in the warehouse.
So they were making cars in complete darkness.
Yeah.
In China. Wow. Framyard says, who TF is this? It's Alistair. Do you want to respond to that question?
Yeah, my name is Alistair. I'm just curious on your, like, the...
Like my actual thoughts and opinions on AI?
Yeah, and robots and shit like that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Listen, well...
Just trying to get off the subject of, like, fucking...
It's
whatever.
one of these things. I think it's a really beautiful chapter of humanity, and by beautiful I want to be specific. Hypocryptomatic says, I'm never calling again. I work in the program, and if as the most powerful, loving explorer to be cut off when one of ours comes in, I have no work to do here. Girl.
What?
I didn't understand a damn word of what you just said, but I appreciate you sharing that. You're a very powerful explorer indeed. I got that from there. Poor says, Israel more like is Gale. AI more like gay guy. Any response to that?
What's wrong with that?
Look at that. Checkmate, poor. Checkmate, poor. Onion plug, just cheering with 200 bits and coming with a communal vision. Well, listen, when I see... Real quick communal vision before I formulate that thought. Caller, do you have any idea how difficult it is to quietly dispose of hundreds of empty nitrous oxide cartridges at once? Where's the AI there?
Dude, you can sell them for like $15 a pop.
Now, okay, so as I was saying, when I read this article about these different kinds of people committing suicide after talking to an AI, or divorcing their husband or wife after reading AI, or entering like a full-on psychosis with AI. All AI is doing is just is refracting a very human energy, and it is hideous. It is absolutely an unsightly, disgusting thing to watch. But that's exactly why I am a fan of it. I think we should turn this up more. We should get AI into schools. There should not be teachers. There should be AI. There should not be girlfriends. There should be AI. There should not be barbers. There should not be anything. There should be AI. Individual people. This should be simulated. I want you to be an AI, and you should want me to be an AI.
Have you ever seen the movie Terminator?
I love the film Terminator. Talk to me about what you like about it.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie. I hear that.
What was the name of the AI in Terminator?
Skynet?
Yeah. Just saying.
Listen, if you're trying to, if here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner, if we're trying to get to the real bare bones of an isolated misery, right? We're trying to get to the bare essentials, the mechanics of the creation of reality, right? Then
so like the Matrix.
Exactly.
So the Matrix.
What better way to do that than the isolation and this fucked up mirror of an AI? I think it's beautiful. I say give it to if I had a kid, if I accidentally knocked somebody up, as soon as they breached their mother's pussy, started crowning, bam, and then I would have an AI. 1 second. One moment.
Hey. Nice pussy.
We've begun a hype train. Okay. And we've begun a hype train. Holy freaking moly. Namaste. Night year, 10,000 bits. Holy moly. Namaste. Listen, Alistair, this has been a beautiful second half of our conversation
you don't
tonight. Namaste.
You don't have a shot collar on that thing, do you?
We have 2 shot collars. two of them,
congratulations, man. Hey, I like you. Have a good night.
Namaste, Alistair. Thanks for the second call tonight, brother.
Namaste. Yep.
Namaste.
Bye.
Actually tape tasers to the cats and fry them when they misbehave. Yeah, listen, there is no... Hassan came under fire recently for the whole shock and dog thing. And listen, I just want to declare 100% standing with Hassan on this. Now, do Hassan and I have a lot of things that we disagree with? Yeah, for sure. All right, we could have a very long list of things that we do not agree on. But one thing that we absolutely line up on is a very profound disrespect for dogs in general. Beasts. What I prefer if we just kind of dropped a little bit of the act a little, whatever. But I stand with them. Should streamers be allowed to physically physically assault and hurt their dogs? Yes! Yes, they should! I can't believe adults are really talking about this. I cannot believe it. Yeah, no fucking dog. If I had a nickel for every time, and this is not a joke, if I had a nickel for literally every single time I took the life of a dog with my hands, I would have, let's just say I have a lot of nickels, all right? I would have a lot of nickels. This is not a joke. I have killed innumerable dogs with my bare hands. Hell, sometimes I'm not even thinking, it's just so automatic. If I see a dog walking casually on the side of the road, I pull the wheel. Sometimes it's like eating potato chips. I just don't even think about it. I realize later on, when there's like a bunch of fur and maybe a collar stuck in the bumper or something of my vehicle, but other than that, and I'm not gonna make. If anyone wants to come at me and make a moral deal out of this, everyone wants to come up to Leslie and say, "Cancel Leslie. He thinks killing dogs is good." You think I'm gonna backpedal? You think I'm gonna run with a tail between my legs? You think I'm gonna start crying on stream? You think I'm gonna send texts to all my friends to make him say, "Oh, Leslie's actually loves dogs"? No, I don't. Clip it. I fucking do not. Do I hate him? I don't know if that's accurate. The most accurate word, hate. I don't even have really that. It's not even like passionate. Is it a lack of respect? Certainly. Like Jack. Namaste. Thank you to poor single bit. Herbs coming in with that prime. Shock that cat. Namaste to your Herbs. Cannot thank you enough, Herbs. Thank you so much for that prime. Onion Plug 1. Chromatic Mage 1. Dropped my call, and now I have given up on life. Well, you just got to call back a little bit earlier. I had to cut him. We're at the end. Night Ear, thank you so much for those bits, though. You absolute slut. You absolute whore. Night Ear, thank you so much for all that support and blessings and namaste to you. Namaste. It feels so good to be able to do a second Jazz Express. Let's go ahead and bring on our final caller for the night, who is not Chromatic Mage. I did nothing to deserve being cut off. Exactly. That's why it's such a potent lesson, Chromatic. That's why it's such a potent lesson. A complete act of seemingly random will. Namaste. Welcome our last caller to Jazz Express. How you doing tonight?
Hello. How are you doing, Guru?
I'm on Cloud 9, having a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for joining us, Pepper and Cheney. How did the calls go tonight?
I think they went well. We had a lot of folks calling back. A lot of people desperate to get that second call in. We had Alistair, Psyduck called in, Jen, and just to remind folks, we don't, there's always tomorrow, or the next time, the next exploration is just around the corner. And not to say that you can't call back, but just don't expect to get back on the line, I guess, Is that a good lesson for the cows? I mean, the explorers?
Absolutely. I think. Also, Chromatic was just getting into it. Chromatic said, "I did nothing to deserve this." And what's your immediate reaction to that?
That's right. You did nothing to deserve it, but all the same, you're getting it. Isn't that crazy? Just one of life's little quirks.
Exactly. And that's what I was. That was what I started going off about. I was thinking to myself, I think that truly, what, how much more valuable of a lesson if you could draw a straight line to some misery, to an actual cause that would give you some sort of resolution that you deserved it. What a nightmare. It's so much better to be hit by a car out of nowhere, struck by lightning. What a more spiritually enriching experience that is, especially in line with getting, especially in line with getting to that next level that we talk about so frequently here. No.
Absolutely. For me, just the way I see it is suffering that pain of realizing that you don't deserve the pain that you're getting, and yet you get it, is the equivalent of getting an intense 1-hour session with the guru that could cost up to $10,000. And you just got that for free from the program. So if I were you, I'd maybe throw a couple subs or bits, Chromatic Mage, just to say thank you for what the program just gave you.
Absolutely.
Free fucking gratis.
Absolutely. Now, Cheen, you've been screening calls all night. You've been listening to these nincompoops, call up and have their ideas. Talk to me right now about what's something that Cheen has been thinking about. What have you had any thoughts regarding the topic, or just a reaction to what you've seen in the program tonight? What's going on in that noggin of yours?
I think one thing that the takeaway I've gotten from it, from both the conversations I had screening the callers and their calls themselves, as well as the words in chat, is that this community already knew this lesson, because no one here is even close to perfection. Honestly, they're on the absolute other side of it. They're on dog shit, trash. Even if they spent all their effort on it, they are nowhere close to perfection. And it seems like they've given up in many ways, which I think is a testament.
I think so. I think 100%. When I originally penned this topic for tonight, I was excited to, but I knew ultimately that it was for the noobs. Fram Weird, no Oji-san tonight. BTW, my jerk pool shark friend, whipped bunch of tech bros. Also, don't even think he's Japanese, but he speaks it.
This is a perfect example of it. That was maybe the most retarded communal vision that has been shared this evening. It makes no sense to me. It reads like a Phil Z communal vision. Yeah. Thank you for being on topic, Fram. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no, honestly, perfect illustration. Yeah, thank you so much. Perfect illustration of what we're getting up to tonight. Now, when I penned tonight's theme, which is ditching perfectionism, guys, that for many of the most committed explorers, that ship sailed. Kind of exactly what Pepperoncini was talking about. That ship sailed a long time a time ago for many of you. There's not, you don't even, if you could even get to okay is your idea of perfection. Like a normal person striving for perfection is just like you being even just like below average on a fucking red letter A+ day. It's not gonna happen. You're too ill, you're too handicapped, you're too sick, you're too this, you're too that. It's not gonna happen for you.
Yeah, the fact that folks here, these powerful explorers aren't accidentally killing themselves while attempting to do these things, I think, that's the bar that we're looking for, right? Just don't accidentally, slip while you're on your computer, crack your skull against your desk and just bleed out. Okay, that's all we're asking for, not any sort of competency.
Real quick, we've got communal vision for Fran Weard, #1 GAT guy online RN.
A GAT guy. I think he meant to say.
I think he meant to say
gay
gay.
guy.
I think he was trying to call you gay.
And in reply to that, I say, turn your monitor on, Fran, because you're looking at a reflection of yourself in your turned off monitor. And that's why you're thinking that you're seeing a gay guy, because you are the one who's actually the gay guy.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Wow. Pepperoncini, I want to thank you for not only a tremendous contribution in screening the calls, but that nimble moist mind of yours always has so much to give. A pinnacle. A pinnacle of this community is when we get to speak with you, and I genuinely appreciate everything that you contribute.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you so much. Shout out to Explorer of the Month, Poor.
Shout out
in the
Poor
chat.
Explorer of the Month.
Not much longer left in October. I hope you got your Explorer of the Month costume ready. Poor.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Thank you. It's a little mix on it being Halloween month.
Yeah, I know.
October.
I was like, well, because it took me a second. Because at first I was like, Explorer of the Month costume.
Right.
And then eventually I was like, oh, it's October, Halloween costume. And that was a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
What would an Explorer of the Month costume be?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, the Explorers of the Month are so varied, right?
Right.
They're so varied. Who knows, like, what, I mean, if you wanted to dress like Jenny, I would imagine maybe like a hospital gown, like maybe
stained hospital gown.
A stained hospital gown with like an IV in your arm still.
Yep. Let's see, who else has been Angry Mike? I don't know. What does Angry Mike look? I mean, I guess maybe he's doing like a little bit of a New Jersey, like a wife beater style thing.
Right.
I don't know. It's to me, you maybe have to go more the direction of like, the New Year's baby, right? Like it's like a representation of it as opposed to an individual. And I don't know. I would just like a lot of like chaos, like whatever would be represented in a costume by chaos, like a lot of just like throw glitter and trash and dog shit all over you.
I mean, honestly, the spirit, yeah. I mean, if you're going that route, if you're trying to capture like a more general universal spirit, yeah. I mean, and then in that case, maybe Jen is the way to go.
Yeah, Jen, you're honestly the OG. You're the only two-time in the history of the Explorer of the Month, and God bless you. I wanted to send a communal vision because I was thinking about Jen tonight, and I was just wondering how bad her house smells. Like if when she opened the door to get the DoorDash, the delivery guy like fell over. Jen, can I get? Anyway, I'll let you go. Leslie, thank you for talking to me tonight. I appreciate it.
Of course, Pepper and Genie. It genuinely was my pleasure. We could chop it up all night. I appreciate just getting a little bit of this in.
That's right. Thank you, Guru. Have a good evening.
Namaste. Have a good evening.
Namaste,
guys. We'll be back. Definitely Saturday, because I want to make up for missing Tuesday. So we'll be back Saturday night. Brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. Thanks for being with me tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. Saturday we're gonna have let's do a meatloaf stream Saturday night. We're going to do a meatloaf stream Saturday night. So get your meatloafs ready, guys. If you guys got meatloaves at home, go ahead and break them out Saturday night. I will have a whole meatloaf. I will eat an entire fucking meatloaf in front of you on screen eating meatloaf Saturday night. Saturday night meatloaf stream. Blessings and namaste. I'm going to make my own meatloaf. Though I'm not gonna get the I got an Encore meatloaf last time and I had dairy in it. Didn't sit good with me. Fran Weard, I've been coming on loads. Thanks so much, Fran. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and raid a fantastic streamer. somebody who doesn't honestly stream when I'm streaming very often. So, he's a good streamer. He's fun. He gets into these old demo games, and he has a very sick VHS layout when he busts it out. He's a very talented video maker. So check out his videos and stuff on his. If you're into the VHS stuff and you're into cool tonal creative shit, it's a checkout for sure. We're going to check out Sock Pens. Namaste, everybody, guys. We'll be back Saturday night. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my community of devoted light. Thank you to my producers, to my moderators. Congrats to Poor Explorer of the Month. Congrats to Toaster, new producer. But guys, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. It was fun. It was very fun to spend time with you, and I'm already excited for Saturday, Meatloaf Night. Namaste, guys. I'll talk to you guys very soon.